Hey, A to Z English Podcast listeners, it's Jack here. And we just want to announce that we are now on WeChat. Our WeChat ID is A to Z English Podcast. That is A to Z English Podcast. One word, all lowercase. And if you join the group, you'll be able to talk with me. You'll be able to talk with Xochitl. And we can answer your questions. We can read your comments on the podcast. So we'd love for you to join us and be active in our WeChat group. Our WeChat ID is A to Z English Podcast. Thanks. See you on the app. Welcome to the A to Z English Podcast. My name is Jack, and I'm here with my co-host Xochitl, and today we have a topic talk episode. And Xochitl, today's topic is what household chores do you usually help with, and which ones do you enjoy, and which ones do you hate?
Oof. Well, Jack, I live alone.
So you do
But
all of them,
yeah, I
or
mean, I
none of
did,
them.
and
I don't know. It depends on how
kind
you
of
live.
whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now that I live in Mexico, I pay someone to come do some of them, and I do some of
nice.
them.
Yeah.
So that kind of works out pretty well for me. But lately, the person that I was paying to come do household chores, unfortunately, her father got ill. And I totally get that. So I've been handling them on my own.
Hmm.
Um, and I like cooking if there's other people around. Like I
Yeah.
hate cooking just for myself.
Yeah,
Um
me too. I hate like there's nothing lonelier than frying like one egg, you know what I mean? You're
oh
just
my
like,
gosh, yeah, or like
what's wrong with my life, you know, when you
I know. It
yeah.
just and you have no one to eat with and it's like just
Yeah.
depressing. So if I'm alone, a lot of the times I'll just end up ordering food like Uber Eats or whatever
Oh,
and
nice.
that.
Yeah.
And but if there's even just one other person with me, I'm happy to cook. Other chores that I do, like wash the dishes, do my laundry, sweep, mop. Um,
Is
I
is
don't,
there one that like really irks you that just drives you crazy that you really hate?
uh, okay, I don't like sweeping and mopping because it makes my back hurt, which is like weird.
Ah,
But I don't know why, but my back really hurts whenever I like sweep and mop, so I don't like that. I don't like
yeah.
doing that. Even though I don't mind sweeping and mopping, it's just the fact that my back always hurts. It like really
Yeah.
annoys me. And I
It's
don't
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't like doing the dishes. I used to really like doing the dishes when I was a kid, and now I hate doing the dishes because it's like just the nasty food on it or like other people's
Yeah.
mouths fit. Ugh, it grosses
It
me out.
reminds me of that like Reddit thread, like kids are freaking stupid. Like a kid, kids are like, oh man, I wish I were old enough to mature enough to wash the dishes,
All
and
right.
they kind of trick you into doing it, Yeah,
I know, and you think it's fun, and then you're like, you
yeah,
become an adult and you have to do the dishes every day, and the kitchen is never clean. And every time you cook something, the kitchen's dirty again. And
yeah,
then it just makes me want to eat out all the time because then I don't have to do dishes. I don't have to clean my kitchen. I just like eat out of
yeah. And
containers.
eating out is not expensive in Mexico, in Oaxaca, right?
No, it's
Yeah.
not too expensive. You can get a full meal for like $3 to $4 probably. Like
Wow.
you can get what they call comida corrida, which is like the big meal of the day, and you get like uh a fresh water that like has a fruit flavor usually, and a whole meal, and then sometimes they'll give you like dessert. And you get like a main dish and two side dishes, and that's like $3 or $4. So at that point, it's like I don't really want to cook. So
So $3 in Korea will buy you like uh
it won't even buy you a coffee, man.
it
Like
won't
I
even
remember,
buy you a coffee. I mean,
no, I remember
maybe you
once.
could get the cup, but there won't be anything in it, for
Yeah,
$3. Yeah.
yeah, it's bad. Jack, what are the ones that you hate to do? And which ones do you do in general? And which
Yeah, so basically I'm like I dust, I vacuum and I mop. That's all my wife asks me to do. She does the big stuff, right? Like she's kind of on her hands and knees cleaning the bathrooms once a week, and She does all the dusting of everywhere. I just have to dust my this little room right here, this man cave, my
Right.
podcasting room. Um, and I hate it because, when you're dusting like books and stuff, there's all the, there's so many little nooks and crannies and little, spaces that you have to try to get into. And
Mhm.
so, sometimes I do a good job. Sometimes I'm a little lazy with that. Um, Vacuuming, I don't mind doing it that much. I think vacuuming is okay. Although I have been trying to, pitch the idea to my wife that we should get a Roomba, like a
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah, like a robot vacuum cleaner. Um, but she's skeptical because of her plants. She doesn't want it to like knock over her plants, while it's cruising around or whatever. So so I'm stuck doing that. The one that I
Mhm.
hate the most is taking out the trash. I hate it. So I'll let it pile up
Mhm.
like to a ridiculous level where it's like a mountain of like boxes kind of teetering. And then finally I'll be like, all right, it's time to go. And the reason I don't like it is because we live on the third floor of a walk up. And then I have to walk over to the recycling garbage area, which is like maybe, oh, I don't know, uh, I don't know, 100 meters, away from my front door.
Mhm.
And I just like in the winter it's freezing cold. In the summer it's
Yeah.
hot, so I just don't like it. I
And
just really hate that. So yeah.
also for listeners who don't know, separating trash in Korea is like very difficult.
Hmm.
So
They recycle everything.
it's like,
Yeah. Even food.
yeah.
Food
And
garbage.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the food garbage goes to like pigs or something, I believe, right?
Yeah,
So,
they make some kind of yeah, some kind of food, like a dry food. After they dry it out and stuff, they feed it to
oh, they
pigs.
like
Yeah.
dehydrated it. Oh,
Yeah, they
interesting.
dehydrate it. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
So, huh. Well, anyway, so there's certain things you can't put in your food trash, like bones, eggshells, things like that, because obviously that could hurt the pigs. So, yeah, it is a pain.
I
Gotcha.
put everything in there that I shouldn't, I think.
Jack, did you not know about this?
I didn't know about that. I put eggshells and
No,
coffee
that,
grounds and
no.
everything in there. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
coffee grounds might be okay. You have to look into it, but you're not supposed to put. You're like shocked that you were just now hearing about this.
I thought
Yeah, you're
pigs
not.
could eat eggshells, no problem. I mean, just like,
I think it's because they dehydrate it that probably like becomes sharp
okay.
or something. I don't know. I think you're not supposed to put eggshells. Check. You're also not supposed to put bones in there. So just double check though. You've been
Yeah.
living there longer than me, so double check. But I remember when I got there that people told me I wasn't supposed to do that. So then I didn't. But it was a pain. I would kind of just not do the food trash. I would kind of just put my food trash in the normal trash and
Yeah,
big
yeah. You just
bag and just throw it all
if they
away.
make it too complicated and it's too much trouble, people just won't do it. So,
I know, yeah, it's a
yeah.
lot. Yeah. What is one chore that you really like doing?
A chore that I like doing. Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure there is one. I think, vacuuming is because I can put my earbuds in and usually I listen to our podcast episodes while I'm vacuuming. So I'll just listen to a podcast and vacuum. It's like sometimes I'll do like I Love Lucy, I'll dance a little bit with the vacuum cleaner and
Right.
kind of like it's a dancing partner or something. If no one's home, if my wife's home, I won't do that. But yeah, make it fun, if I can. But yeah, vacuuming is no big deal. It's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like vacuuming as well. And trying to think, I think that's probably the one that I like the most. I kind of like
Yeah.
scrubbing floors. I find it satisfying.
Oh, you
Um,
do. When the like
yeah,
white line and the grout changes
yeah,
from like dark to light or something.
yeah. You're like in there
Yeah.
with elbow grease, really
Yeah.
scrubbing the heck out of your floors. I actually like doing that. I find it satisfying. Um, I see with sweeping and mopping, I don't see that much of an immediate difference, so I don't like it that much. But I really like scrubbing things kind of. I find it like satisfying.
Are
So,
you an 80 percenter or a 100 percenter? And what I mean by that is like some people clean to like about 80%, you know? They're like, it's just good enough. Like this is fine, you know? Like if company came over, they wouldn't be like, oh, you're such a pig, you know? But
right.
then there are other people that are like 100%. And so I think the problem my wife is a 100 percenter and I'm an
Mhm.
80 percenter. And
Right.
so there's like that's a point of contention for us where
Right.
I'm like, I did it already. She's like, do it again the right way, you know, that kind of
Right.
stuff. So
Fully.
yeah.
I kind of I'm 100%er, but I don't clean all the time. But when it
Okay.
gets dirty, if I'm gonna clean it, I want it to be sparkling. You know what I mean?
So you're like I can let it go, but then one day you just roll up your sleeves and you're like, it's time to go to work. You know,
Yes. And
like
then
an
it's
Avenger or something, you know? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then yeah, I definitely am kind of like that. And I don't like it if someone else cleans and it's still dirty, then
That drives
then
my
I do it
wife
myself.
crazy. Yeah.
That drives me crazy too. That
Yeah.
really does. I hate it like when the floors, like no one really scrubbed them. They just kind of swept and mopped a little bit, and it's still like you walk across barefoot and your feet are like gray after. That
Yeah.
pisses me. That it makes me very angry. So I always make sure that I scrub. I'd rather scrub it and then
Yeah.
mop it several times. But it has to be clean, you know. If it's
Yeah.
clean, it has to be clean. It has to be clean enough for me to eat off of, basically.
Right. Well, when people clean your house, they're going to do it half-heartedly, you know. That's a good
Yeah.
expression there. Half-heartedly means like small low effort, you know,
Yeah.
because it's not theirs, you know.
It's
So,
not their house, so who
yeah.
cares? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, tell us, listeners, what is your least favorite chore and your favorite chore if you like any chores? And what are you usually responsible for in your home? I'm really curious to know. So send us an email at a2zenglishpodcast@gmail.com. Leave a comment down below at a2zenglishpodcast.com and join the WeChat and WhatsApp groups to talk to Jack and I directly. And we will be discussing things like this in the English Corner as well.
Yes.
So if you guys are interested in joining the English Corner, again, that's 20 lessons for $10 a month.
But the first
Which
10 are free.
the first 10 lessons are free.
Mhm.
So if you feel like supporting us and you're able to support us, you get a lot of bang for your buck, as we would say in the US.
Yes.
So we look forward to seeing you in that avenue as well. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.